Alrighty, welcome back. That was Sour 4. The song is interesting and very sweet, actually. Nothing like sour in that particular song. They're called Sour 4, and I think they're definitely one for the future. Love the way they come off. Good lyrics to the song, too. But this is Larry Maluma, though. He's been around for a long time. And we had him on this show, like I said, about 6 years ago. And nice to have you back on the show, man. How does it go? Like
Thanks.
this, yeah?
Yeah, like
One
that.
time,
Like
one
that.
time.
It's a pleasure, very, very happy to be back on the show. And,
Yeah,
it's been a long time.
Been a long time. When I heard you in the country, I'm like, I went up to Jack Mwale because somehow you seem to connect. Okay, because he plays reggae music, whatever the kind of music that you do. So I guess every time you are coming down, he's got the 411. So he told me Larry is in the country.
His ears to the ground.
Yeah, yeah. So I was excited to know that you're in. And I made sure that we had this chat before you leave, because I know you're leaving like next week, isn't it?
Yeah, in a couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks. Okay.
But, I used to like being interviewed when I was young. These days it's a bit hard, I find it a bit.
Is it now?
So don't make it painful, right?
No. we'll try and keep it simple. Okay, but you gave me a CD of some of your videos. How many videos have you put together in your career?
On that compilation, there should be about 16 video clips on that.
16?
Yeah.
Okay, so literally every album has a video to it.
Yeah, except for the new one. I might get some footage from here before I go. So maybe go and put together a clip.
Okay. All right. Now let's talk about that, though. You were in Zambia. At the time that you were starting out, you had what? Did you meet up with the likes of Pongozi and them? Were those?
Yeah. I actually filled in for Pongozi when he had. I think he just got a deal in South Africa, and the band didn't have a guitarist, so he wasn't. I think he decided not to play for a while the deal was going on in South Africa. So the band wanted to go to Zimbabwe on a tour, and they were looking for a guitarist. And Jesper Lungu, late Jesper Lungu, came and asked me if, and Chris Zebi, the drummer, they came and asked me if I would love to, fill in for Paul, which I did. So went on a tour to Zimbabwe for, I think a couple of months.
Oh, yeah.
It must have been in 1983 or something like that.
Okay, all right. I'm asking you a bit back because I want to just find out the people that you were with. So you had Pongozi, who was who was live at the time. Who else was performing those times?
At the time, there were the Witch.
Oh, the Witch were there. Okay.
Yeah, I think Tinkers, a lot of.
So the music was doing pretty well. There were bands then, but you off and jumped ship and went to Australia. What was the reason?
Yeah, things were not looking that good, for the musicians, and it's been like that. Or it had been like that for a very long time. I don't know how it is now. So I mean, someone had to survive,
Yeah.
You had to make a living somehow. And Australia looked like a very good opportunity to take, considering we never had any royalties here, we never got paid when music was played on radio, TV. We never got paid when we played the clubs. The clubs have to pay.
Yeah.
They should have licenses to pay, and any club or.
I wonder though if that happens in Zambia, the club bit. I know that there's some clubs now with obvious royalties.
Yeah, but I don't think they do.
I don't think from the clubs. I don't know whether
they should be paying.
Monitoring system. Maybe
all places, all venues that play music, even records, CDs, they should be paying. They should be paying some kind of a fee, including DJs who play.
Radio. I think that is happening now.
Yeah, but DJs in nightclubs should be paying as well.
Nightclubs,
they should be paying as well.
That's happening. Okay.
Everyone who plays music, should be paying the musicians. That's how we make a living.
Yeah. So out there, where you at times you're just home, the paycheck comes. You're not even.
Oh yeah.
Have gigs.
I was very surprised when I went to Australia the first time. I got a paycheck. I didn't even know. I just I had been playing, and I was told I had to fill in a form. Which is APRA is an organization that helps musicians collect funds. So you fill in this APRA form, after every gig. So I did that for a year. And, you play and get paid after playing, but I didn't realize that you actually get paid for playing at venues,
Even when you're being paid?
You get paid after playing,
Yeah.
but the clubs pay the organization, opera.
And then they pay you?
The society, yes.
So they cut you a check and you're like...
Yeah, you get, $5 grand,
Yeah.
check $5 grand, 10 grand in your account, at the end of the year from Norway. I think.
From Norway, did. Okay, there are a couple of young Zambians there. I know Crisis is there in Australia now. Are you linking up with them? I know that you opened up that route. For a long time you are just about solitary in there. Now you get a couple of guys that have come down.
Yeah. Although I don't get to hear much, from them. I've seen Crisis on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I thought he was supposed to come to...
There was a time he was supposed to come to Zambia.
To Zambia for some performance.
Yeah, he never did come.
Yeah. Well, things are pretty tough, Overseas, it's not as easy as I said, as easy as people think, And you go, they really have to work hard, And hopefully he's doing that.
Hopefully he is. Yeah, hopefully he is. Okay, so how many albums have you done? Let's talk about your latest album. Is it the one?
Yeah, I've done so far 12 albums, and that's my last one.
Now let's talk about this one because it's your last one, but it's not necessarily your latest.
It's my debut album.
Yeah.
This album, I actually forgot about the recording, which was on reel to reel tapes.
Yeah.
When I got to Australia, I had this recording, from here. In fact, Till Record Company, there was a record company in Zambia those days. Used to be called Till Record Company. And the manager was very much interested in having me release this stuff. He wanted to send me to Zimbabwe to have it remixed because he liked it so much. But then I had the opportunity to go to Australia. So I thought, well, I think I'll take this.
Yeah, Zimbabwe, Australia,
Yeah,
not very
which
difficult
one,
decision
Which one would
to
you
make.
take? Not very hard,
Yeah.
So I did. I left, I didn't sign the contract. I went to Australia. When I got there, I was going to remix some of the stuff. I tried a bit, but I thought, instead of messing around with the stuff from Zambia, we'll get into some bigger studios and,
do something fresh.
Do something fresh.
Yeah.
So I packed that in a trunk and forgot about it, basically. Until about a year or two ago, I don't know what happened. Something must have reminded me. I went to open the trunk, which was in the garage, and I found the tapes. It was very interesting, and I was very curious to hear what was on it. So I tried to look around for someone who had a reel-to-reel player. I couldn't find anyone.
Yeah.
I looked everywhere around. So there was a couple of guys who said the tape was too old. It's been around for about 30 years. So we'll probably wear out while playing it. It might not even play.
Yeah.
So I decided to. I was thinking, I decided, this guy who recorded the stuff in Zambia, he might still be around.
Yeah.
Let me just make a call. So I did. I called this guy from DB. What's his name again?
DB Studios. Oh, there's two there, those guys, huh?
Yeah. Peter Msungilo, right. You're right.
Okay.
Peter Msungilo, how can I forget?
So Peter...
Yeah, Peter, I called him and he answered the phone and I said, hey, great. Have you got the machine which,
plays the reel-to-reel?
Yeah. I've still got the tape. I haven't used it in a long time, but it's still there and it works. I said, I've got this tape which you recorded. I would like to have a listen to it, please. I'll send it, look after it for me because I really would love to have it back and put it on and digitize it for me, And I sent it to him and I told him to treat it with care, which he did. And he said it might take a couple of weeks for him to treat it because he had to store it in a certain room, with you know, at a certain temperature, and I don't know what it does to it. Maybe it puts a bit of charm in there or something. But he got it playing, you know, after a couple of weeks. Put it on a disc for me, sent it back, actually paid for it to be couried to Zambia and back to Australia because I wanted to have it back. So yeah, when I got it back, I was very, very happy. After listening to that, I was very happy to, you know,
we're
to
happy
have
to listen
kept
to
it.
it as well because you know, some of these old songs like Chakolo, you know, Waona Manje. Interesting stuff. That. Yeah. Okay. So you decided to put it on.
Yes, I decided I'll get a couple of tracks which the young ones haven't heard, like the one you just said, Chakolo. And put you know, a couple of old tracks and the tracks which no one has ever heard before. Put them together and get an album out, and that's the album. It's actually my debut album, recorded in 1983, 84. Yeah.
Wow. And you got a couple of old pics as well. Yes.
Yeah, I even got a collection of old pics there.
Great, man. I think it's and I like the tag that goes the Lost Zambian Tapes, 84, 85.
They were almost lost.
Yeah.
You know?
So can they be found anywhere? Can this record be found?
It is available at all sound stores around the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
yes,
great.
and I'll try and make them available in other places if possible. It still looks as if there aren't a lot of outlets in Zambia, you know. I've always complained when I come here, you know, the government do something about the situation, you know, help the musicians because in other countries, you know, musicians get a lot of help from the government, you know. I don't know if that's the case here. I mean, that's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons I went to Australia, you know. Not much help around. Hopefully things have changed.
We'll be talking to the guys. They'll be coming through. We've got some gentlemen from ZAM, Mwembe Muntu, will be telling us what the government is doing. I know they've made a couple of strides, the government, you know, they've recognized the industry as well. So there are things, I guess, in the pipeline, but it has taken a bit of time, like you said. So you met
them. Come on, guys.
Yeah. Okay, so finally, Ivan, as we close, you wear your dreadlocks, you just starting there, grown all over the place. Yeah. Are you Rasta? Are you like Rasta, or do you just wear the dreads?
I used to practice. Well, you don't necessarily have to be a Rasta to have. Africans, we always had dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Well, I guess because there's no combs.
That's it. Yeah. Everyone else copied from us. And then, you know, they give it the name Rasta.
And now we're saying we're now thinking we're copying them, and yet we're the originators.
We are the originators.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're not Rasta per se, you're just wearing your dreads.
Well, Rasta, you practice, well, as long as you do, you know, the right things, you know, you just become, a righteous man, I say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anybody can be Rasta. You don't necessarily have to have dreads.
Yeah, well, because I'm a righteous man myself.
I think you are a Rasta. yes, Rasta.
I. Okay, it's been talking to Larry Maluma, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming through to the program.
My pleasure, my man.
Yeah, and you're traveling back. We wish you all the best even as you go back.
Thank you.
And we're sure that you will still make time to come through and just grace us with your presence and your music. Loving this album, seriously. Love the album very much. I know that CQ did a song with you. What is that called?
Punzisani Ana.
Punzisani Ana. Yeah, CQ just step briefly. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
This man.
Yeah. The smart brother.
Yes, young man. How are you, my man?
How's it up? How you
good, man?
Good to see you, of course.
Yeah.
You good?
I've been easy. It's always good to have you around. You know what I mean? Like when I was growing up, I used to see this big man on TV. And I never thought I'd be a musician one day. But I know that I used to sing songs.
Yeah.
But when I became a musician and I met him one day, I was like, no ways, I gotta do a song with this big man. And we went, and he's a good man.
Yeah.
Really down to earth, and you know, pushed me here and there. I can never thank him enough for allowing me to do that song.
Oh, great, man. Great stuff. So, Larry, thanks a lot. You know, youngsters respecting what you've done in the past, man. Yeah.
Enough respect, guys.
Okay, thanks a lot. We're going to break. When we get back, in fact, we're going to break this way. We check out one of Larry Maluma's videos, Punzisani Ana. Let's check out a bit of that video.
Yenela kunkala pamozi Chalo ni chatu tontizi Yenela wili sana Ziko Ilatu tonte Yenela kunkala pamozi Atate imwe punzisani ana Uti ankale adotolo Amai